Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Ark Basics. I'm Phlinger Phoo, and today we're going to be discussing one of the weirdest dinos that you could probably get in Ark. I mean, there's a few weirder ones, but these ones right here, they have such a... The purpose of these guys is on... It varies from map to map, I have to say, because, see, right now I'm on Ragnarok, and on Ragnarok, the purpose of these guys, it's, from my experience, it's really just to annoy and confuse and harass you, and I'll explain that here in a little bit later with a nice, cool little story, alright, and then also, on the island, they can be kind of cool as more of a PvP style one, but also to kind of, you know, more of a kibble farm kind of dino, and then also kind of mess with you whenever you go into the caves, especially at night, and make you have a really, really bad day. They're like a little trap that's just been put in there just for you to find when you're going through there with your nice little saber tooth. Yeah, and then there's, why is my guy going back and forth? Well, hey, so we're bebopping while we're doing this. All right, so cool. I have no clue what's going on, but apparently I'm bebopping. All right, so, yeah, as we bebop to the left and to the right, we'll be discussing this a little bit more. And then also these guys on Aberration. Will you please stop a Phlinger? All right. All right, it's Snuggle that's doing it, isn't it? All right, fine. Let's back up right there. All right, so, and then on Aberration, these guys, they don't play more of a harassing role, more of a, an irritant role. They actually play a vital role when it comes around to it, because the best tactic for fighting the big boss at the end, it's determined by these guys, how good of a pack you can get these guys, along with combining it with Reaper Kings and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm talking about the Megalosaurus. Yes, those guys that, you know, you're cruising along and all you see is, you know, you're cruising along at night through like the forest up here or the jungles over on Ragnarok, or going through the caves, and all you see is those big glowy eyes coming at you. Next thing you know, it picks up the dino that you're on, shakes it around, and you are just meat waffles. It's that cool. It's really interesting. But yeah, let's talk about those guys, because these guys, the Megalosaurus, I don't have one on this map. Yeah, take it easy, Mr. Oviraptor. We'll get to you next time, all right? But yeah, the Megalosaurus, they can actually spawn right up here, just right in the little bits. No, that's an Allosaurus. They can spawn right here on the ground in the jungle. They're just sleeping out here, out in the open, waiting for it to turn nighttime. Now, I've got a pretty funny story. I mean, these guys right here, I mean, when I say they're just, their best tactic is to harass, annoy, and confuse you, it's because a lot of people, when they start over on Ragnarok, they'll, you know, set up one of their first bases down here in Viking Bay. And they're like, oh, Viking Bay, you know, it's pretty safe. It's a little rough, you know, and then until nighttime sets on their first night, maybe their second night, and then a Megalosaurus wanders from up there down here onto their little shack and starts eating their shack, and then eating all their first tames, eating their dillos, eating, you know, their parasaur, maybe their trike, stuff like that, because a Megalosaurus, it does so much damage that it's going to be able to just go right through that like a knife through butter. And then it starts eating their base, and then as soon as it starts hitting morning time, it'll just crash out right on their front porch. I've seen this happen in-game. It's kind of cool. It's really hilarious, and it's very frustrating, but it can happen. And then also there's another purpose for these guys. They actually spawn up in the cave underneath the castle. It's really not that big of a deal on those guys. Yeah, they're kind of easily avoided up there. But just so you know, if you're down here building over on the edge of the jungle, just know Megalosauruses do spawn up here, just curled around on the ground, just up here. Yeah, it's kind of cool. It's actually, let's go see if we can spot one right quick. Because usually they're all over up here. Let me see. Kentrosauruses. I know over here is usually a good spot for them. This would be easier if I had my tech helmet with me, so I could just spot them. Yeah, usually you'll find them just curled up, right around on here. Let me see if I can find one curled up. I'll bring you guys back, just so you know what it looks like. Because when you find one, and if you don't know what it is, and you go up and you poke it with a stick, like, I mean, come on, everything that you're not sure what is needs to be poked with a stick, right? Yeah. So, yeah, if you don't know what it is and you go up and you poke it with a stick, chances are you're gonna die. Yeah. So, alright, let me see if I can find one, and then I'll bring you guys back. Alright, I found one. And he's just down here just sitting out. He's just chilling out while he's down here doing his stuff. Alright, now this is these guys out in the wild. Alright, during the day, they're just kind of just sleeping. I mean, look at this guy. I mean, he's just chilling out. Yeah, he's just gonna be sleeping, doing his thing. Now, we could walk up to this guy and we could poke him with a stick, but I highly don't recommend that. Right, because he's gonna get up and he's gonna gank you. Man, he's gonna move slow, but he's still gonna be able to gank you. If he catches you, I mean, if you like walk up to him, you know, like you have your little stand by me moment, you poke him with a stick, and then you run away really quick, he's not gonna be able to catch you because during the day they're really slow, but at nighttime they're really fast. So, yeah, you want to make sure that it's, it's not close to nighttime if you're going to walk up to it and poke it with a stick. Or if you're going to kill it with some sort of dino, you want to make sure that it can't be picked up. Anything bigger than a saber tooth is not going to be able to be picked up and shooken around. Anything a saber tooth size or smaller, they're going to be able to pick it up, they're going to shake you around, and they're going to kill it. The only way to get a Megalosaurus to stop shaking dino around is either knock it out or kill it. So yeah, they're gonna keep shaking until things are dead and it's bad, and yeah, don't lose your saber-tooths that way. It's not a good way to go. They're really not gonna like you after you got them killed that way. Your saber-tooths, that is. All right, so yeah, now that we've got that discussed, now we're gonna head over to the island and we're gonna discuss a little bit on how to tame them on the island. And just so you know, this is going to be a little bit bigger of an episode because there's so much about the Megalosaurus that needs to be covered because they're all different from all the different maps. And then the ones from the island, they're pretty much the same as the ones from the Scorched Earth and Center because they're only found in the caves. And yeah. All right, so let's get heading over there. I will see you guys in a bit, and then after that, we're gonna go discuss them on Aberration, where they are one of the biggest powerhouses you could possibly get. The Megalosaurus is the Rex of Aberration. Yeah. And then the Reaper King would be the Giga of Aberration. All right, yeah, see you guys in a bit. All right, now over here on the island, now if you're gonna go in and get a Megalosaurus, you need to know that the island is the same as Scorched Earth and the Center when it comes to Megalosauruses. They only spawn in caves. All right, now the only way to actually get into them is with a dino that you know will not be picked up and thrashed about. Because if you go in with, say, like a saber-tooth into one of the caves trying to tame a Megalosaurus during the nighttime, it's gonna pick up that saber-tooth, and it's gonna swing it all around. You're not gonna be able to hit the Megalosaurus, and bad things are gonna happen. Either the Megalosaurus it's just not gonna stop until the saber-tooth is either dead or you knock it out. Now, you want to make sure that when you're going in on the island, though, or on the Center, or on Scorched Earth, and you want to tame like a high-level Megalosaurus, you need to make sure that you do it, you clear the entire cave, all except for the Megalosaurus, right where the Megalosaurus spawns, until right before nighttime hits. That's right. And you want to be on a dino that can tank the hits from the Megalosaurus without being picked up. That way there, you have the best chance possible to knock this thing out accordingly. Now also, know that Megalosaurus, as soon as nighttime hits, if it's knocked out with tranquilizer darts, or if it's just sleeping, it's gonna get up regardless. Doesn't matter how much torpor's on it. As soon as nighttime hits, that dude's getting up and he's gonna eat whoever is around him. Yes, that's what happens. So, in order to give yourself the best chance to tame a really high-level Megalosaurus, say like on the official maps, say like the island, the cluster servers for the official servers, stuff like that, you want to make sure you clear out that cave. And then as soon as nighttime hits, you have that Megalosaurus in your sights. You're on the back of something beefy, you knock that guy out as quickly as you possibly can with as high level stuff as you possibly can. I recommend a really nice long neck, and I also recommend tranquilizing shock darts. You don't want to mess around at all. If you only have like a crossbow or something like that, you're going to need to heal this guy up because you have to knock him out twice. That's right, you have to knock this guy out twice twice to do the proper tame on this guy on the official servers. Because if you knock him out as soon as nighttime hits, he's going to be knocked out for the rest of that night. He's going to be knocked out the rest of that day. He's not going to be fully tamed up by the time the next night comes around, and then that torpor wears off, and then he just stands up and he eats your face. That's exactly what's going to happen. So you want to make sure that if you're using like a crossbow or something like that, you have a bunch of just regular raw meat in your inventory. All right, so as soon as you knock him out with that crossbow, he falls asleep. Before his food starts going down very much, because you only have the first 50 points, because one raw meat is 50 points of food. You don't want to ruin his taming effectiveness. So as soon as you knock him out, you hop off your dinosaur, and you throw all this meat on there, and you force feed him super, super fast until he heals up as much as he can before he hits 50 food, and he eats one of those raw meat. You want that raw meat off him before he normally eats it, all right? That way there, you don't destroy his taming effectiveness. That way there, he's healed up, and then you can starve him out the entire rest of that night and the rest of the next day before he wakes up, and then you have to knock him out. Then you can throw your stuff on him. That's right. You'll have to make sure that you knock him out twice. On the second knockout, as soon as he wakes up the next night, that's when you start putting your regular food on him and you start taming him. All right, let's get into the cave. I'm going to take in a Baryonyx because in the chitin cave, Thylacoleos can't fit. Thylacoleos would be my preferred dino for this guy because they just have so many hit points. But a Baryonyx is what we have to take. So, hey, let's get over to the chitin cave and I'm going to show you guys how this works. Okay, so here we are. We're over at the chitin cave, and let me show you right where this is on the map. All right, bam, it's right there. It's right at the base of the volcano. Right up there is the volcano. Okay, and so now the reason why we're taking a Baryonyx in here is because it can fit inside the cave. A Thylacoleo, they can't fit inside the cave, and for the most part, any other dino that you can take inside the cave can just be picked up. And also there's like this spot right here where a Thylacoleo can't go through the cave. So we're just gonna get inside here. We're gonna clear this. Hold on, let me take off my armor because this is gonna hurt. And you wanna make sure that you bring in something, yeah, right there for rabies because rabies is a bad thing. Yep. Wanna make sure we get, all right, so it's gonna hurt just a little bit. Yeah, I should probably run back and go get some healing brews because healing brews will get rid of the, well, they'll heal me up while I'm worrying about the rabies, but I have a feeling I might die here. Good thing I have a bed built right there. All right, so hey, I'm gonna get in there, I'm gonna clear out the cave, and then as soon as we're done, I'm going to bring you guys back so where we can get a Megalosaurus, because I know there's going to be a Megalosaurus in here. There always is. All right, see you guys in a bit. All right, so here we are. We're inside the chitin cave, just right next to the artifact. Right there is the artifact, and we've got one over here. Now, it's actually a little bit hard to see this guy because he kind of blends in. Now, there's like this weird-shaped obsidian over here just kind of chilling out, and then there's this guy. Now, the easiest way to actually spot these guys is just use a torch. And, yeah, if you use a torch, chances are you'll be able to see that he's nice and scaly, just kind of sitting there and chilling out. All right, now, with it being, you know, the middle of the day right now, it's 18:28, so it'll be nighttime here soon. I think I want to wait until it's nighttime before I knock this guy out, which means I can take my Baryonyx down here, grab some fish meat, stuff like that from right here where all the piranhas just like to chill out inside of this little bit, and then heal up my Baryonyx while I wait. But yeah, also I'll keep an eye on spawns, stuff like that, because I want to make sure that my Baryonyx is 100% fully topped off before I start tanking this guy, because he's going to hit like a truck. That's exactly what this guy's going to do. And also, I have my, here, let me put this on just in case. I had this stuff off for just in case the Arthroplura was out here and I had my medical brews. But yeah, if you have your long neck rifle with your shocking tranquilizer darts, things are going to generally be pretty good for you. If you have anything else, like with regular trank darts and say like just a regular long neck or a crossbow, expect things to be a little bit rougher. It is doable. It's very doable. It's just, it's not going to go as smoothly. All right? So you want to make sure that you bring your best A game for these guys inside of the island caves. I see something over there. Oh, it's just water dripping. Freaking me out, water drip. All right. So yeah, I'm going to wait until this guy gets up and I will see you guys in a bit. All right, and there he goes. He's just getting up right there. So, okay, where are you going, dude? All right, so I just want to make sure that I get this guy, because it... Oh, where are you going? Why are you peacing out, man? Get back here. All right, normally they don't do this. All right, so, dude. Okay, now he's gonna come try to aggro me. All right. What are... Okay, fine. If you're gonna run, dude. All right, see how his eyes are glowing? Yeah, his glowing eyes mean that it's nighttime. Means that he's gonna he's gonna attack a lot faster. He's not gonna be all sluggish and stuff. But yeah. All right, so now here, let me show you what I mean about knocking this guy out. Okay, he's out. All right, bam, he's out. Okay, so now what we want to do, if we were going to tame this guy on a official server, what you want to do is you go like this, pop up like this, and immediately... Alright. And immediately start force-feeding this guy to heal him up, because we only have a little bit until he actually starts doing this. Alright. Okay, and it's actually filling up his food. But yeah, see how we're actually force-feeding him right now? And he's not gaining any taming efficiency right now. It says that we're taming him, but he has to naturally eat the food on his own. So we're just going to take all that off. Then bam, see? Put food in inventory. Now we're just going to starve this guy out all the way through the day, all the way through the night. And then we're just going to get him to, for the most part, he's going to wake up on his own, and then we're going to knock him back out, but then he's going to also have plenty of health to be able to take us knocking him back out. Now, I'm using shocking trank darts, so that means that mine doesn't do nearly as much damage as, say, like a crossbow or something like that. Plus, also, I thought ahead and I brought Overraptor kibble. So I'm just going to throw my Overraptor kibble on this guy, and then we're going to tame this guy up. But yeah, just so you know, if you're taming on a regular public server or something like that, without increased settings, anything like that, you're gonna have to knock this guy out twice. That's just how it works. All right, so now that he's healed up and he's gaining food, I'm just gonna let him do his thing. If, like I said, if this was a, and I can't say this enough, that's the whole thing that I'm trying to get at. I really can't say this enough. If you're on a public server, you don't have increased settings, anything like that, starve this guy out for a long time. Yeah, it's gonna be a long tame. Just know that when you go tame these guys, you're in for a long haul, which is also why I normally insist that you take these guys and you lure them out of the cave into a taming pit. That way it makes them far more manageable. And he's up. All right, so now that this guy is awake, now that we've actually got him tamed up, we can take this guy, we can throw some regular meat on him, and then he's just kind of going to chill out. He's going to be our buddy. Now, we could throw a saddle on this guy. We could ride him around the island, but the problem is we can only ride this guy around at night, which means he's kind of cool, but for the most part, in a PvE environment like I'm playing right now, it's really not that big of a deal. I mean, I just use these guys for kibble for the most part, because their kibble is used for Therizinosaurus. But if, say, like we're on Aberration, now that's where these guys get interesting. That's right. All right, so let's head over to Aberration. I'll see you guys in a bit, and yeah, we're going to start talking about the true power of a Megalosaurus. It is pretty impressive over there. See you guys in a bit. Alright, now over here on Aberration, you'll notice that things are a lot different. Over here on Aberration, they have the day-night cycles, stuff like that, but they also have certain parts of the map that are perpetually locked into a nighttime cycle, which carries over pretty much to the rest of the map. So where you'll notice that these Megalosauruses over here, they don't normally go to sleep. That's right. And the regular map on the island and Ragnarok, stuff like that, these guys, you'll be able to get them to go to sleep, remove their state lock, just kind of, have them, stay asleep, throughout the night, just chill out. Here, you only have one option: stay awake. That's right. So where these guys right here, when I say these guys are the T-Rex of Aberration, I mean it. These guys are one of your best options. Matter of fact, they're your only option for going out and then doing the mass boss fight. I mean, yeah, you can take a whole bunch of Reaper Kings, stuff like that, but these guys right here are your bread and butter. These guys right here are amazing little tanks. Now here, let me pop on my Rock Drake right here, and let's go discuss how best to tame these guys on Aberration, because it's a lot different. Taming these guys on Aberration is totally different than taming these guys on any other map. All right, so let's get over here, and then I'll show you. It's for the most part over here on Aberration, they're just like taming any other dinosaur, because on Aberration they are just like any other dinosaur, even though they are wicked awesome and tough. All right, now you will find that these guys right here, they are found anywhere in the blue zone and the red zone. They're not really found out in the green zone, right on the edge of the green zone. But yeah, they're just chilling out, just all over the map, right over here. And let's see, what level is this guy? This guy's level 10, or this girl right here is level 10. And she'll just be chilling out. Now, if we want to tame her, all we have to do is take her and lure her into a taming pen, just like every other dino that you tame normally. I mean, yeah, it's that easy. We can just lure her right up here, up into a taming pen I have up here in the nice soft green zone, you know, where everything's, you know, all nice and cuddly. And then it's got like, you know, a warm fluffy pillow wrapped around it, where it's not nearly as bad and it's more safe than every other part of the map. Because on Aberration, except for where there's a tech raptor eating a bad dude. What level are you, Mr. Tech Raptor? You're only level 12. You suck. All right, well, you gotta go, dude. And when you've gotta go, you've gotta go. Later, dude. Sorry, Bulb Dog. I was trying to save your life. Really, I was. I swear. But yeah, you can just put them up inside a taming pen like this, and then just, you know, kind of jump over it, get them stuck inside, tame them like normal, and then yeah, just know that if you're gonna tame them, you probably want mutton or prime meat when it comes to that. But other than that, this is about it. But another good thing about Megalosauruses is they don't take radiation damage. So, yeah, which makes them really effective for breeding, well, mass breeding, and then taking them down to the lower areas and then using them for the boss fights. I actually have videos where I've fought the Rockwell boss fight with just Megalosauruses, Rock Drakes, and Reaper Kings. Now, Reaper Kings, I only used one Reaper King. That is a pretty cool Obus right there. Sorry, piece of candy. Oh, there he is. I see you. I thought you were like the teleporting piece of candy there for a sec. All right, so yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much going to cover it for the Megalosaurus, other than let's go discuss some of his abilities. His abilities are pretty dang cool. They're generally, for the most part, on Aberration is where the majority of these abilities take effect, because on the other maps, if you use them during the daytime, you really can't do it. They're really super slow and sluggish. But on the nighttime, you can get these guys doing some serious stuff. All right, well, here, now let me show you this right here. Now, you see this? These guys right here, their stats are pretty comparable to an Allosaurus. Not just any Allosaurus, a good Allosaurus. All right, so they're slightly better than a regular Allosaurus. But their hit points go up dramatically when you start pumping them up. This guy right here, he's only got 25,000 XP. He's got 0% imprint. He's already got 23,000 hit points. Yeah, these guys are pretty amazing. This guy right here was actually just a cast-off from my other Megalosauruses, because he didn't have any imprint. I couldn't imprint this guy yet. It was asking for kibble I didn't want, or I didn't have. So, yeah, that's why this guy right here didn't go to the boss fight, because he was lackluster. He was the runt of the litter, so he got to stay home and play video games. But, yeah, when you're out here on these guys, they have a couple attacks. One, they have a regular bite attack, and their bite attack is just regular bite attack. Yeah, it's pretty fast. It's about as fast as an Allosaurus, but their base damage is much greater than an Allosaurus, which means they're going to do more damage than an Allosaurus. But the right-click attack picks things up and just kind of chews on it. Yeah, now you can attack while it's like this. Now see, look, if you left-click while it's picked up in your mouth, then you'll attack it. All right, now here, we can just pick this guy up and we can carry this guy. Now, it does a little bit of damage, you know, so where if you're like, you know, grabbing a raptor or something like that, then it's gonna get aggro, or if you're grabbing like an Obus, it's gonna aggro, or you grab something else, and it's gonna aggro on you. Just know that. But if you just kind of pick it up like this, you can take it anywhere you want. Now, if you right-click, it'll just kind of shake it and then put it down. But if you pick it back up and you left-click, he'll just start chewing and go to town on it. It's pretty cool. All right, but yeah, you can apparently pick up Equus. Yeah, so you can just pick them up, Start gnawing on it. What level are you? Am I going to regret this? Nah, no regrets whatsoever. All right, only level 50. All right, but yeah, so that's going to cover it for the Megalosaurus. Can I get by your tail here? And of course, you know, they get the cool roar. You know, like a lot of things. You know, the bigger carnivores, they get the really cool roar when you do the sea attack. But yeah, I hope the video helped you out. I hope I covered everything. There is so much to cover when it comes to Megalosauruses. If something got missed, leave it in the comments down below because I tried very hard to make sure I included everything when it comes to the tactics and all the abilities they have because Megalosauruses are wicked cool, especially on Aberration. On Aberration, if you can get one of these guys early on like I did in my recent playthrough, these guys are so wicked cool. I mean, I had mine for a long time. I took him out. I gathered a whole ton of resources with it. And yeah, it was amazing. And I was able to get that with Mutton right at the very beginning of the playthrough. Like, I think it was like 3 episodes in I got it. Yeah, it was wicked cool. So yeah, I hope I covered everything. If you liked the video, make sure you click that like button. If I forgot anything, put the comment down below so we can add to the conversation. And if you're new around here, subscribe. And until next time, this is Phlinger Phoo. Take it easy, everybody.